especially after a certain age, like 25, 30, especially you get up there in the mid 30s. But a lot of those women don't have trust issues, and we always saying that. A lot of times those women, grown women, they have, I've seen this pattern before, and I'm seeing signs of it again, and I ain't going. And that's the issue. It's not actually a trust issue. And the reason why I want to talk about this is because earlier I was at the gym. Brother was talking to me, and guys all the time come up to me and ask me questions about stuff. But this one I was particularly intrigued with because he wasn't bashing women. He didn't seem like a bad guy. I don't know him, but he didn't seem like a horrible dude, disrespectful or nothing like that. But his grievance was that he keeps coming across women who have all of these trust issues, and there's all of these problems with trying to connect with a woman who has trust issues. Now, the same way I told him to tell y'all, first off, if a woman legitimately does have a trust issue, we need to stop blaming and criticizing those women. Why are they getting in a relationship if they got trust issues? Because they want love, just like everybody else. And sometimes you don't even realize the conflict that you have with receiving love until you attempt to go for it. And then you realize, man, the stuff that I've been through is still affecting me. It's still triggering me. Or my ability to get close to a person or be vulnerable with a person has greatly been damaged. But this is not their fault. And it's not their fault for wanting love. We can all agree that they maybe shouldn't be in a relationship right now, but a lot of times you don't know that until you try to open yourself up. If anything, we should applaud them for having the courage and at least have some type of compassion for them. But that's besides the point, because before we can even get there to women who legitimately have trust issues that they did not choose, by the way, that they didn't just go out and grab off a shelf at Walmart, we have to address sometimes the man and his behavior is the trust issue. It's more of an honesty issue. It's more of a transparency issue on the man's part. And this is what I was telling the brother earlier at the gym. Like, before we can get to saying a woman has trust issues, which some women do have, let's check off some boxes, because we're the man. We always want to be the leader until it comes to being a leader and accountability. But first off, man, like, you may be a good dude, but are you safe to love? That's what I asked him. Some men are good men, but they're not safe to love. I use this analogy. Let's say you got a mansion. I'm talking about like 20,000 square feet, $10 million mansion, all these rooms, and it's a new build. It's beautiful, but it's in the middle of Chirac, the worst neighborhood in Chicago. You know, there's a prison right next door, and them folks done broke out about 7-8 times last year. The mansion ain't got no security system, no locks on it, or nothing. Would you want to live in that mansion just because it's really nice? No. And unfortunately, there are a lot of men today, and I'm not trying to beat y'all down, I'm just keeping it real, because I've been there before myself. A lot of men today have a lot to offer, you know, very empathetic, and you have a great personality and charisma, and you make a lot of money, and you look good, you smell good, your hair cut good, but you're not safe to love in the way that you move. You're in a lot of blurred line situations. Your lifestyle says that you still got some other interest outside of settling down right now. And other things, like, you're not safe to love. So it takes more than just being a good man in order for a woman to truly open up to you and trust you. That don't mean she got a trust issue. That means that you're creating a danger issue. You're creating a safety issue, and she's trying to protect herself. Another reason why that woman may not trust you is because you're in denial about the things that she brings up, or you always got a justification for it. She says, hey, what you're doing bothers me. Hey, the way that you move on social media bothers me. The way that you engage with that friend girl of yours, and she's able to call you at 2 a.m, and y'all putting a lot of hard eyes in those text messages, I'm seeing some stuff, that bothers me. Or the way that you always have your phone face down whenever we hanging out, or you always taking that phone in the bathroom every single time you got to take a shower, that bothers me. And if you have a justification, or you're in denial, or you minimizing her feelings about it, she's not going to trust you. She's not going to trust you. And then if you actually do something and she says, look, I know I just heard you flirt with that girl, and she's willing to talk that out and get past it, but again, you justify it, what's going to go on in her mind is, what happens when I'm not here? Ladies, correct me if I'm wrong. She's going to say, what happens when I'm not here, when I can't see this? One, he's going to do more because I'm not here anyway, but if he's justifying it to my face, I know he's justifying it in his mind. Why would she hand her heart over to you, knowing that's the way that you think? Her sanity over, because that's what happens when you hand your heart over to somebody. You hand your whole peace of mind over. And another reason why a woman may not trust you, and no, it ain't got nothing to do with trust issues, is because you're inconsistent. A woman cannot love a man that she does not respect, and a woman cannot respect an inconsistent man. Ladies, put I in the chat if I'm talking about you when I say that. You cannot trust or respect an inconsistent man. Yeah, it's nice that you do nice things, that you show up on time sometimes. It's nice that you do that, but whenever it's inconsistent, it's hard to feel at peace with. It's hard to allow yourself to get attached to. It's hard to allow yourself to expect it on a regular basis because by expecting it, by trusting it, you're just setting yourself up for disappointment. Straight up. Get mad at me, I'm just the messenger. Cool. But if you're inconsistent, oh, well, this was going on and that was going on. Okay, but you can still be consistent in your communication. You can still let her know, hey, this is what's going on. You can protect her expectations. And that's the only way that you can protect the trust is to protect her expectations. That's all trust is. And whenever you don't do that, when you mishandle that, whether by ego or oops, my bad, and it happens a few times too many, yeah, that's when you get the part that we all like to complain about. Oh, she hostile, she nagging, she's masculine. We love to skip past the part where we cultivated that version of a woman and just get over to complaining about all of those things. But all of that comes from a woman that really don't trust you. And again, this may not be a trust issue. It could be, because some women do have trust issues and stuff, but this may be because of how you're moving. Yeah, she hostile with you. You present a threat. Emotionally and mentally, you present danger. How are you towards people that present danger? And the only reason why she's still in your face is because she's trying to like you. She's trying to give you a chance to live that down and show her something different. But until then, right now, you are a potential intruder with bad intentions. So you have to rewrite that story. Oh, she don't want to have sex, so she closed off. Yeah. What woman want to be touched by a man that she's not really sure what's on his mind or has her best interest at heart? She don't trust you. Don't get it twisted. Women are, especially a good woman that's been managing, and I say good woman, let me be more clear. A woman that's been managing access to her body because she really wants to manage access to her spirit and she understands that sex is a spiritual exchange. Boy, when that woman trusts you, you will not be able to keep up with her sex drive. Can I talk grown just for a second? When a woman trusts you and she ain't really been out there like that, and then she get a hold of you and y'all connect and she trusts you, she feels safe in your love, she probably gonna want it more than you want it. So as a man, if you got a good woman, she's a good woman, and she don't want to have sex with you like that, man, look, outside of biological reasons or depression or something like that, more than likely there's a trust issue somewhere. Oh, she always, she don't trust you, bro. And there are women that come in, they play games, they have not healed, they got all these different things going on. But sometimes when you have a woman, especially a great woman, but she's not showing up as that great woman, more than likely the problem isn't her character or trust or something like that. It's that you haven't taken great care of her. And you only can take great care of that woman to get the best version of her if you properly love that woman. There's so many benefits to a properly loved woman. But you can't properly love her unless you come properly prepared to love her. And that means that you've evolved as a man before you even got to thinking about relationship or after you last felt whatever. In your singleness, if you was not doing the work to evolve as a man, evolve your mindset, evolve your discipline, evolve your emotional capacity, your communication, your value system, you're not going to be able to properly love that woman and cultivate any version of her that you could possibly be happy with. And ladies, those of y'all who feel like, you know what, I keep running into these guys and know they're not evolved, know they're not this, I feel like I have to raise them. You got to do better with protecting your heart so you don't end up as a woman with all these trust issues legitimately. And the only way you can do that is by positioning yourself for an evolved man. Now, I went in on that over an hour in my free masterclass, Secrets to Making Evolved Men Crave You. If you have not yet, get access to that masterclass at the link down in the caption right here. Actually, it's in the comments. This pinned comment right here. Click that link, get access now before it comes down. That's my free masterclass called Secrets to Making Evolved Men Crave You, especially for women who want to know how to evaluate and to attract multiple evolved men so you could choose the one that's right for you. Over an hour, I was dropping gems. But back to what I was saying. When a woman does not trust you, brothers, I'm not saying it's always your fault, but it starts with us. We want to be the head of the household, but we don't want to be the head of the solutions. We want to be on the forefront. Respect me as a king. Well, you know what? Kings take full responsibility for what's going on in their kingdom. And sometimes that's uncomfortable. And the uncomfortable truth is, a lot of times a woman does not have a trust issue. She has a I've seen this pattern before issue. And I see the signs of it in you. Therefore, I ain't going. And I don't trust you. And sometimes that's the problem. But those are just my thoughts. I'm your internet brother trying to look out. If you got anything of value from this conversation, click the share button right now. Right now for somebody on your timeline who also needs to hear this message. And if you're in the market for an evolved man, click the link that you see pinned right here. This comment right here. Click that link. Get access to the masterclass now. It's absolutely free. You ain't got to pay me nothing, but you got to honor yourself and love yourself enough to go do the work to actually watch and get the gems on how to attract truly evolved men, not the pretenders and the fakers, anything like that. And the link is also in the caption whenever you back out. Holla at y'all lady, y'all be good. Peace.